Hi guys, welcome back. 100 subscribers. When I came back from school today, guess what? Guys, we got 200 subscribers. We got 400 subscribers. You guys are crazy. We finally got 900 subscribers. Yes, guys, we have 2.5K subscribers. Being positive on my channel and for bringing me to 6K. Some of you are asking me how we do our face cam. I use my iPad Air 2 and need only 3 things. Just use what you already have. And obviously 10K is a huge milestone for me and I don't take it for granted. Top 5 mobile video editing apps. I don't know what I'm gonna be in the future, but at least we're here.
Guys, we finally reached 20,000 subscribers.
In the beginning, my goal was to get 1,000 subscribers. I did not expect 20. So I want to thank all of you that subscribe to my channel, supports me, hit that likes button, and of course for commenting and watching my videos. And this wouldn't be possible without you guys. I can't tell where my journey is gonna go, in the future, my channel is gonna go. Nobody knows that, not even YouTube. I'm definitely gonna continue this awesome journey, and I'm gonna bring you with me. Now, without further ado, a lot of you asked amazing questions, so let's jump into the Q&As. I'm gonna try to answer, the interesting questions that nobody asked me before, and then others later. I'll try to answer a lot of the questions, or all of the questions. The first 2 questions come from Chill Out with Chase, and the first question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? So if I had to pick one, I think Laserbeam, but I like a few other YouTubers. The second question is, why do you like posting helpful videos for people? Well, it feels good to help people out. Because in the beginning, I didn't grow that fast and I want you guys to grow faster. The next question comes from Sunnyboy101 and his question is, what video gained you the most subs? And that video is actually this Facecam Like a Pro video. Even though this is not my most viewed video, it got me the most subscribers. To be a little more specific, a little over 3,000 subscribers. The next question comes from Teals Entertainment, and his question is, did you ever think you would get this far on YouTube? I kinda answered this in the beginning, but no, I didn't think I would get this far. I only think that I would get 1,000 subscribers and that's it. And by the way, big shout out to you, Teals Entertainment. Then the other 3 questions come from Heidi2000 Magic. The first one I already answered, but the second question is, when did you decide that you wanted to do tutorials in gaming? I did gaming right from the beginning of my channel, but tutorials a little later. And then I received positive feedback, so I decided to do them more. And the third question is how old are you? Well, I'm 12 years old. The next 2 questions come from Kim Sam Jack, and the first question is, why do you make videos and what inspires you to do that? Well, I guess you guys inspire me. And the second question is, who is your biggest inspiration? I have a lot of YouTubers that inspired me, but my dad always tells me to push forward and never give up, so that inspires me too. And my mom is supportive on my channel too. The next question comes from Chimera for Life. Question is, how did you get 1K subs? Please do a tutorial vid. Well, there's a lot of things that got me to 1K subs. Making better videos, making the videos researched, and learning from all those videos, and posting more videos weekly. I also have a tutorial about it in my playlist. Another question comes from Treasure Wallet T3. Sorry I can't pronounce the name. And the question is, who taught you editing? That will be my dad. He actually helped me with everything else in the beginning and YouTube too. The next questions come from Abhijit Nair's channel. Sorry if I pronounced that name wrong too, I'm very sorry. But the first question is, Android or iPhone? In this household, I only use iPhone or Mac, so iPhone mostly. And the second question is, how old are you? I'm 12 years old. And the third question is, how much do you earn? Well, in August, I earned $300. I have a video about that too. But obviously, every month is different. It's not steady. The next question comes from Teals Entertainment again, and he asked, do you have any pets? Well, before I used to have a fish, but sadly she died. But now I still have a snail, if you can call that pets. So I have a little snail and it's faster than turbo. The next question comes from Nix_6 and his question is, how long did it take you to get like 1,000 subs? It took me like the first 8 months to get 100 and approximately another 8 months to get 900 subs, so altogether 16 months. And of course that's approximately, I can't count specifically. And the next question comes from Hosam Mohammed and his question is, I have a question. Are you a secret agent?
I mean, besides working for the CIA, FBI, and government, I don't think I am.
No, I'm just kidding, guys, but that was a funny question. No, I'm not a secret agent. I'm just a tiny little YouTuber in New York in an undisclosed location. The next question comes from Craft Portal. How do I get into my competitors' analytics? Well, I don't know how to do that unless you hack them, but don't actually hack them, guys. That was just a joke. On Social Blade, you can compare your subscribers and views to like the other person's analytics, but only the basic info, not the personal info. But that's only personal information to their channel, so there's no way to do it. The next question comes from Shiny Hunt Mystic. He says, what do you do YouTube as a full-time job? Well, it depends. That would be actually really nice, but it depends like if I make enough money on YouTube that time. But if we do, then probably yes. Obviously, it's hard to get like a full income from YouTube, but some people do it. So I don't know at this time, but I like the idea. Guys, I have a really funny question, but go grab a snack and I'll count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here's the question. The next question comes from Zachary Game Clips. His question is, do you have a girlfriend? Well, I DM Lisa from Blackpink, but she won't answer. No, I'm just kidding, but no, I don't. And by any chance, Lisa, if you're watching this video, make sure to call me, please.
Yeah, I doubt that's gonna happen. I'm just kidding.
And we have a second question from Zachary Game Clips, and his question is, favorite color? Well, that's actually blue. The next two questions come from Dragon Gamer. His first question is, who inspired you to start a YouTube channel? My friend Grace actually inspired me to start a YouTube channel. And second question, do you edit your videos or does somebody else do it? In the beginning of my channel, my dad helped me, but now I do it by myself. But if I want to do something unique, he helps me how to do it, or if I'm too busy with my schoolwork. The next two questions come from Moses Gaming. Well, I already answered one, like the first one, how old are you? I already answered that. And the second one, what's your favorite food? And by the way, shout out to Funky Fungerson. Thank you so much for like asking the same question. And of course, shout out to you. That would be Filipino pancit. If you don't know what that is, that's basically like Filipino noodles, mixed with meat and vegetables. And if you guys haven't noticed yet, I gained a little meat on my bones. The next question comes from Ayan. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly, I'm trying my best. But his question is, what is your favorite video that you posted on YouTube? Well, one that's close to my heart is when I reached 100 subscribers and I posted the PS4 tutorial. But I think I did the best on this sketch because I looked at this video and I think I edited really well. But it's really hard because I have 900 videos on the channel, so it's hard to pick. Another question comes from the Spiky Man, and his technically question is, I was thinking, why don't you do a big YouTubers tournament in which you fight and win? Well, I don't think I'm gonna win, even though if I host it, I'm just gonna be a bot.
Trust me, I'm so bad at Fortnite.
The next question comes from Astros. This person says, what editing app do you recommend for Android? Well, if you didn't know, I strongly recommend KineMaster for Android and iOS. But he also mentioned Power Director. Yes, that's good too. The next three questions come from Savage is Awesome. And this person says, if you could switch life with a celebrity for a week, and who would you like to be? I think Will Smith, because I think his life is awesome. And second question is, who is your favorite YouTuber? I already answered that. The third question is, what was the last movie you saw and would you recommend it? The last movie I watched was Venom and I definitely like it. The next question comes from Matthew, and this person asks, my question is are you going to play more games than tutorials? No, I'm gonna post more tutorials than games. I'll still post games sometimes, but not more than tutorials. And that's because you guys enjoy tutorials more than games. But I might throw some sketches in between too. The next three questions come from Awab Kamran, and the question is, when was your first vid and were you happy or sad to post it? Yeah, of course, I was extremely happy. The second question is, when are you going to make a sketch? I just answered that. And the third one, when are you going to make a KineMaster editing vids? I just did one 2 days ago. The next few questions come from Photic Echo 1. The first question being, what were you feeling when your channel blew up? My channel actually never blew up. I was just growing gradually, but in the last few months it was growing and growing. But it actually made me really happy that it started to grow recently. And the second question is, what is the first video game that you ever played? The first video game I ever played was Plants vs. Zombies on mobile. The third question is, will the uploads be daily when you return to school? Well, obviously, school is long, so I'm probably gonna reduce the uploads a little. So I'll still upload 3 to 4 videos every week. And the fourth question is, also, can you do a video whether buying Cyberlink Power Director Premium is worth it? I only buy apps or equipment that I use, but since I'm not gonna use it, I don't wanna spend money for no reason. The next 2 questions come from Sonic Liveboy. This person says, what inspired you to start YouTube? I already answered that. But the second question is, and what are tips to get subscribers and views that doesn't involve clickbait? But if you already watch my channel, you know that all my tips are to grow organically, not from clickbait. So that answers that. Another question comes from Sparky Fireball, and his question is, how did you come up with your channel? Well, I already answered this. My friend inspired me, but I also saw videos on YouTube where other kids were gaming, and I thought to myself, why not I just open a channel, since everybody can record a video. Another question comes from Samsaw22, and his question is, can you please do a house tour? No, sadly, I can't do that because my parents say, I can't do it. So sorry, Samsaw, but I can't do that. The next question comes from Technology Master, and his question is, how much YouTube money did you make this year? Well, I have a video that you can check. It's in the link in the description down below, and this is what I made for the first 6 months of this year. Another question comes from Teals Entertainment. His question is, will you ever collab with smaller YouTubers? And if I did, I don't really care about how many subscribers they have, if they have 100 or 50 subscribers. The main thing I care about is that if I know them, so if they're nice on my channel or they comment a lot, yeah, sure, I'll collab with them. But for the time being, I'm not doing any collabs. The next question comes from Ishfly, and his question is, what is your goal in life? It involves YouTube. My dream goal would be to get 1 million subscribers. I know that's a long stretch, but anything is possible on YouTube. And second kind of life goal is always to be happy to what I'm doing. The next question comes from Coffee Breath Gaming, and his question is, I have been making videos for 3 months now, and I'm following all your videos advices to make my videos even better. Now my main problem is the length of the videos. I find it so hard to make a gaming video less than 30 minutes long. Is that really bad to have many long videos? Well, it's not how long the video is. Well, to be honest with you, not too much people watch 30-minute videos. So if you edit a 30 minutes video, but you only edit 7 minutes of the video, the first 7 minutes of the video, to be really epic. But stretching the video to 30 minutes is not good. But if the entire 30 minutes is entertaining, then sure, why not? The next question comes from Her Jeffrey. His question is, did your parents pay for Final Cut Pro or you? Well, my dad actually paid for Final Cut Pro because he wanted to use it too. The next question comes from the random guy with no name. He says, how far do you think you'll go? I'm assuming you're talking about on YouTube. Well, nobody actually can predict where they're gonna go on YouTube. But look what my Social Blade says. I don't know if this is true or not, but they say in 5 years that I'm gonna get 1 million subscribers. I don't know if I should believe that, but that's awesome. The next question comes from Legend Rex Gaming and Technology. His question is, can you play Call of Duty Mobile for the viewers who can't play Fortnite Mobile as it is banned on iOS and Android? Well, I actually did a gaming video on Call of Duty Mobile before. But yeah, maybe sometimes I'll play that game, but mostly I'm gonna play Fortnite. The next 3 questions come from Futuristic Gamer. The first question is, after the COVID-19 stuff is over, what is your plan? Well, I'm gonna continue what I'm doing already and definitely going outside more. The second question is, so far in 2020, there's been some great movies. What is your favorite so far? Well, I think The Maleficent, part 2 has been the best movie, but I didn't watch too much movies because I mostly watch Netflix movies. Especially since right now, since this COVID-19 stuff. The third question is, what is your favorite sport? And that would actually be soccer. The next question comes from Nerves NB. His question is, how do you get your first 100 subs? Keep uploading? Yes, that's the first step, but there's much more steps. I'm gonna provide the link if you ask in the comment section down below. The next question comes from ChrisPLZ916ER, and his question is, you are the best, bro, and what is PC or gaming setup do you have? Well, I have an Xbox, but I'd have an iMac, which is not good for gaming, and I'm actually saving up for a gaming PC.
Or at least trying, that might take a while.
The next question comes from Tutorial for Life. His question is, what's the best moment that made you so happy? Well, there's a bunch of moments, like getting my first 100 subscribers made me happy, getting my first 1,000, or like going and watching a movie, and if my family's here. There's just a bunch of moments that made me happy, but thank you so much for the question. Yeah, I can't just point it to one. The next question comes from Learn and Laugh with Damian Martinez, and his question is, what do you do after you edit your videos? Well, first I have to post a video, then I have to reply to the comments, and then I just chill out like playing my iPad or Fortnite. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Obviously there's a few more questions, but most of them are repeated questions. And if I didn't show some comments, no worries, the Showing Your Channels video is coming in a few weeks. So stay tuned. I'm really happy that I got to this point, to 20k subscribers, but this is only the beginning. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!